Welcome back to another segment of ACRP TV. Today, our spotlight is on something very near and dear to us at ACRP, the Diversity Advisory Council. And we've got the chair of it with us, Starling, who's also the president and CEO of Reveles Clinical Services. Arquez has done segments with us in the past and been a great source for me on blogs. No stranger to ACRP. Arquez, thank you so much for joining us first off.
Absolutely, Michael. Always a pleasure to be here.
Now let's talk about this exciting Diversity Advisory Council. It was announced publicly in January. Can you tell me about some of the folks on it?
Yeah, so we are pleased to have a cross-functional, multidisciplinary team of clinical research professionals. It includes the likes of Danielle Coe, Dr. Fabian Sandoval, Pamela Nelson, Otis Johnson, Aida Saldo, Rod Walker, Lateria Hollis. We also have representation from ACRP with Jim Comedias and Bridget Gonzalez and Jeremy Gunt. That is our DAC, or Diversity Advisory Council membership.
Great group. I've had the chance to interview a bunch of those folks. You've got a really good group there. Let's talk about some of your goals for this, because I know you want to get beyond just words. You know, it's important to raise awareness, and education is important. But let's talk about some of your deeper goals with this organization.
Yeah, so the team is really, we've met a few times, and so the purpose of the team is to really serve as a resource for ACRP towards growing, increasing the diversity in the workforce. And so as an organization, we have landed on 3 strategic imperatives, and really how we've approached where we can add value is around diversifying the workforce, the existing workforce, growing and developing the existing workforce. But also we're looking at how do we attract new diverse talent to the clinical research profession. And then what we're calling organizational effectiveness and engagement is how do we establish the business case for diversity, why diversity matters, why we see where organizations have diverse teams that they outperform and over-index compared to some of their benchmarking companies.
Well, and so sorry, you talk about the business case too, because it parallels the business case, if you will, for improving diversity in the clinical trial patient population, because it's obviously, morals aside, it's the right thing to do, but it's good science. And this is Absolutely. Kind of similar with diversifying the workforce, just makes sense on every level.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And so the team actually is, again, identified its key priorities. We've looked at, what are some of the objectives of the group. We began to identify subcommittees. And so at the current moment, we are organizing in subcommittees to really get to work. The team's ready to present the strategy and tactics and activities tied back to those 3 strategic imperatives. And so I know that the team feels like there's so many there's so many things that we can do with helping really grow a more diverse workforce. But nevertheless, the team is committed and they're ready to roll up their sleeves and get to work.
Now, this is something you know even better than I do, how industry has struggled with this, not for necessarily a lack of effort, but do you feel any kind of new optimism now looking forward that we're going to tackle this finally?
Well, I think you can't, I think the timing is so important. Obviously, we as a nation have been centered on many things across our nation and our world, and certainly COVID has shed some light on, and even with some of the just general unrest around social and racial consideration. And so I think timing is so important. So I think we actually I think we'll be able to move forward in a more meaningful way because we have the attention of so many, and I think we'll be able to really take that momentum into ultimately a movement where we're seeing the progress that is desired to really foster more diversity and inclusion in clinical trials.
Well, we're really looking forward to talking with you and staying, along with you on this issue. And I'd love to get you back on ACRP TV in a couple months to talk about some of your achievements and metrics and milestones that you're hoping to hit. So looking forward to that very much. Really appreciate you leading this effort and you joining us today on ACRP TV. This has been our spotlight on ACRP's Diversity Advisory Council. We've been speaking with its chair, Arquez Starling, who's also the president and CEO of Reveles Clinical Services. Arquez, once again, thank you for everything you're doing.
Absolutely, Michael. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.